Hey guys, before I start this video, I would just like to say I am going to be continuing making the Wings of Fire TV show news videos, as well as just Wings of Fire content in general, particularly basically Wings of Fire. That will still be a thing. This video is not meant to be clickbait of any kind, so if that's all you were really concerned about, feel free to leave. Though if you do stay through this whole video, I will give you a pat on the back. So, there's that. But anyway, let me get to the main point of this video, which is just generally a channel update, life update type deal. I know that's not what a lot of people are interested in, but I like to do these occasionally, especially when I plan some big changes for my channel, which now would be the time for that. So recently I've been getting to be very concerned about my future. You know, that question everybody is asked when they're a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's actually time for me to figure out the final answer for that, pretty much. I want to be a storyboard artist. I want to maybe illustrate children's books or work on games. I've kind of narrowed it down to I want to do behind the scenes on either games or movies, with children's books and comics kind of being a side job. But I do not feel confident enough in my own abilities to really tackle that quite yet. So I'd really like to start focusing my effort on storyboards. It really hurts me to say this, but my YouTube channel has definitely held me back a little bit in some regards. I felt limited to make Wings of Fire content for you guys, because that's what you guys liked, and I liked making it, so it wasn't really me being forced to make that content or make something I didn't want to do. It just kind of held me back from taking a leap of faith into making something else. So while I will definitely be continuing to make Wings of Fire content, I'd like to start focusing more on storyboards and just making short little storyboards for either my own characters, potentially book scenes, whatever really comes to mind. I mean, I'm pretty excited for this. I think it'll be fun and really good practice, especially for building my portfolio. But I think that's kind of where my channel is going to be heading towards. More kind of that kind of content. I want to be doing at least a storyboard a month. On top of this, just other tests, other kinds of videos, stuff I can throw in my portfolio and be proud to show to people. On another note, I'm actually working on a comic. I have always wanted to make a comic for literally ever, like the last decade, since before my YouTube channel even started. This is definitely something that my YouTube channel kind of held off, but also kind of just my constantly changing ideas. I suck at sticking to an idea, if you haven't noticed. But I think I finally have a concept that I'm ready to stick with to make a comic. It will be available on Webtoons to read, potentially other platforms. I'm not too familiar with other platforms, but definitely Webtoon. And because since I will be spending a lot more time working on this comic than potentially other content for my YouTube channel, that's how my YouTube channel has been holding me back. I have wanted to focus on my YouTube channel instead of putting effort towards a comic. It always scared me to be making content for a group of people that isn't guaranteed, a group of people that doesn't yet exist, when I have a group of people who are waiting on my content and who do enjoy my content. But I've decided that to kind of combat the lack of content you might be seeing on this channel, not that I ever really plan on abandoning it. No, you'll still be getting at least a storyboard a month, remember? I want to be doing comic dubs of my comic. It's a fantasy comic with dragons and all that good stuff, so I know you guys will still hopefully enjoy it. I feel like a comic dub would be something relatively easy I can do, as well as just sharing my work on here. It would probably be every, like, maybe 5 chapters posted. I kind of need to figure out how long the chapters are going to be first, and how it's all going to go, but I don't know, I think it would be fun. The comic should be available hopefully later this month, or potentially next month. I do plan on launching it during the summer. 3 episodes right off the bat with bi-weekly updates. Every 2 weeks. I'll also definitely be posting the occasional random video. I know I still want to do videos on my projects that I made in art school this year. I mean, before I started school, I was always very interested to see what people even did in art school, and I'd love to share my work, despite it being a COVID type thing. I'd also like to make storytime videos. I love sharing my stories with you guys on stream. I know people wait for my Dairy Queen stories on there, and I think it's about time I gave them a permanent spot on my channel by getting their own video. I won't be illustrating them at all. I'd probably just throw a speed paint on in the background for you guys. Sorry, my computer just had a problem, so I don't know where I left off. I think I was talking about my story times with speed paints. This could really just focus on any point in life. Again, I'd like to do maybe one a month, maybe shorter. I've decided that my goal will be to just post at least 1 video a month, preferably 2. Kind of depends on where I'm at with the work, but I won't be forcing myself to stick to any schedule. I feel like 1 video a month is very reasonable, though. I've kind of been doing that for years now, is attempting to get at least 1 video, though you know me, sometimes I go through these little bursts where I just post a lot, and then other times I post, like, nothing at all, so I'll try to stick to 1 video a month, with me doing storyboards, comic dubs, story times, the occasional random video I have an idea for. And this leads to my next topic, which is basically Wings of Fire. If you've been around for a while, you'll know basically Wings of Fire is essentially what kickstarted my channel in the first place. It was my first video that got a bunch of views on this channel, and I'm very happy for that. I have a weird relationship with basically Wings of Fire, because after a while I kind of got bored of it, but that's all people really wanted to see. And I never fully got bored of it. I just really didn't like writing the scripts. Which, funny enough, isn't my problem right now. My problem right now is that the basically Wings of Fire videos take a lot of my time and effort, especially since I did just cast voice actors. I really do not want to spend my time working on basically Wings of Fire when I could be working on other stuff that will be able to go in my portfolio. And that's what's hard about it, because I really want to make this content for you guys, but I can't put it in my portfolio. It takes a long time to make, and it just feels tedious to be making one for each episode. So here's what I've kind of decided. I want to do 1 episode per, there's 3 parts to each book. So each part will be 1 episode, basically. And then I think I'll do a separate episode for the prologue and the epilogue, just for fun. I think it would be fun to do that separated. And then I'll throw them all together at the end for 1 big movie. This will kind of allow me to get it all done at once. So I'm not stuck doing it forever, because I feel like it'll take less time doing it that way, or doing 1 whole book, than giving each episode its own time. That way I can kind of cut where I need to. Not that I'm going to cut anything out, but some parts. I noticed in the original series, I tried to drag it out as long as I could. And I can kind of skim over parts and just get through them if they're if I can't think of a joke or if it's not important, I don't need to make something up. Which some of you will like, some of you won't. And I get that, but at this rate, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. I also would like to hire on some help for this series. I know people, for as long as the show has been going, as long as I've been doing basically Wings of Fire, I've always had people kind of in the background asking if I'd like help with the project. A lot of people that wanted to be on board. And I really respect you for that, guys. I honestly do. I have noticed I tend to want to keep my videos to myself. Like, basically, Wings of Fire was my little baby, and I didn't want to hand it off to anybody. And I still am that way with my projects. I'm like, it's my baby, I can't share. I don't know where this came from, but either way, I need to face it. If I want to be doing basically Wings of Fire, I can't be doing it alone anymore. I'm gonna hire some help. I've already got the voice actors for the first arc, or not the first arc, oh gosh, the first part of book 1. I need someone who can handle just all the voice stuff. If I could get someone to put together the audio for me, collect the lines, guide the voice actors, I don't know what I'm doing in that regard, and I feel bad because I've just kind of had the voice actors sitting around doing nothing. I really need to go update them, but I would love to hire somebody. I would actually be willing to pay this role. I don't make much money with basically Wings of Fire. I make a little bit, I'll admit that, but it's nothing like substantial enough to even give away a percentage of it. Like, in the first month, maybe I'll make $10 to $20. So I could give you like 25 to 50% maybe. I really know that's not a lot, but I can't pay you guys more than I make for the video, and I need to pay like my own efforts. I don't know. Of course, I know some of you would probably be willing to work for free, but I'd feel bad not offering any compensation. As for the voice actors, I will do art for them, and I'm also going to be looking for colorists. I already have a few people who I know are interested, so I'll probably look into them first and get them on board before I try to hire anyone else onto the project. As for everything else, the script writing, I'm afraid that has to be me, despite it being my least favorite job in the whole process. I don't feel like it would be the same without my sense of humor. If you just threw someone else to write it, not to say that they wouldn't do a good job. I believe they would do an awesome job. I'll definitely have people look over my scripts. I just don't feel comfortable giving that job to anyone else. I feel like it wouldn't be my video anymore at that point, if that makes sense. Line art, I will also be doing sketches and line arts. I mean, this job, I could potentially throw at other people, but that's another thing again, where would it really be my video if I let other people do the art for it? I think it would be fun though, like, it would look pretty neat. But then again, I don't make enough money off of those videos to pay everybody for their work. So I'll continue doing that. And then the editing. This one, I could definitely throw at someone else if I really wanted to. So I'll be on the fence about that position, but that's another one I'd be like, I'd want to pay you for that. So right now, I'm really just looking for someone to kind of be in charge of my audio, looking for royalty-free music, sound effects, and just guiding the voice actors. So if you're someone who thinks you could do that, please contact me on Discord. I prefer you have experience doing this, of course. So, like, link me to any of your prior experience if you have any. I really hope I can find somebody. I know there's a good chance I won't. And if I don't, basically Wings of Fire, I'll still try to do it. It'll be just It'll take longer than what I'm even thinking it will take now. But in the meantime, I will get to writing the script. I'd like to write the whole script out for book 1 before I even have the first episode finished. I think that's all I really had to talk about on the topic of where my channel is going. Basically, I will be focusing more on my career and original content like a comic and storyboards. I think it'd be fun to do my own little mini series of storyboards. Just fun stuff like that. And I really hope you guys are interested in that kind of content, because I really want you guys on board for the ride. I'm very nervous about losing everybody, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because I know a lot of people kind of came just for the news videos, which still will be a thing. Occasional spoofs and memes and funny stuff like that might come along. I'm notoriously bad at finding audio for those, though, so we'll see. Is there anything I didn't mention that you'd like updates on, or like other kinds of content that I didn't really think of that you might want to see? What are you most looking forward to out of the things I mentioned? Are you looking forward to anything at all? It's okay if you want to unsubscribe because of this, or not watch my content. That's perfectly fine, but I've been thinking about my future a lot lately, and this is, I'm afraid, what I need to be doing. So, I hope you guys stick around for the journey, and I will see you along the way. Thanks for watching.